So continue on. So yeah, you're under pressure from, just the pressure of the match, people watching or whatever, but you're also under pressure for the clock. So what I've done in the past is, actually, this might sound a little bit weird, but any time where you've kind of, when you're in a rush for something, you're trying to, like, say for example, you're trying to get your keys out of your pocket to open your door and it's dark out and your son's whining or something, that you want to be able to get those keys out, get them into the lock and open it up as fast as you can without panicking, without thinking, oh, I might fumble my keys or whatever. Just being able to focus down on what it is you need to do, without reacting to that pressure. Just being able to focus. That's what it worked for me anyways. Just being able to practice, just being able to focus in, concentrate on what it is I needed to do, and not worry about the time, not worry about who's watching, not worry about who's playing, not worrying about the score. Just being able to focus and bear down. You kind of get that immediate, not maybe immediate, but at least be able to get yourself into that zone kind of mentality really quickly, where you can kind of focus in. Kind of, some people think of it as tunnel vision. So it's one thing that really helps. Just any little ways. I know we all have different times in our life where we might feel pressured by something, time-wise, and you want to just be able to practice just being okay with that situation and kind of embracing it, practicing it, and just getting better at feeling comfortable underneath time-pressured situations, and then just learning really just to focus on what it is you need to do and not worry about the time, not worry about everything else that's happening around you. So what else can I say about execution? I think for me, execution got a lot simpler when I actually started to really follow these 5 fundamentals quite strictly, with quite a bit of quite a bit of, not determination, but quite a bit of discipline. That's the word I was looking for. So for me, because like oftentimes I'd get the ball or whatever, and then I'd get the ball and I'd be shooting. I wouldn't have my mind made up. I didn't really know which way I was shooting yet. I was just kind of going through my normal routines, and I'd be kind of like, I don't really have a lot of confidence here when I'm doing, like, I didn't really understand why or whatever, but didn't really have a lot of confidence in the way I was shooting or what I was looking at. So I really couldn't make up my mind as to what I was doing, and I'd second guess myself and stuff like that. But so following this set series of plans, whereas like I knew right before I even got the ball, say for example I was doing my playbooks, I was going through that cycle of, okay, now I'm on the thing where I'm going to shoot, hole, and I'm going to go back and forth and look for the read for the hole. So now that decision is done. That makes it easy. Now all I need to worry about is reading where's the hole, and then once you decide on where that hole is and you want to wait for it, then it's just a matter of clearing the mind. You've made good decisions. You've done the best pretty much you can at making a good decision. I think for me it was quite important to be able to know I made a good, conscious, logical, as much as you could, decision, and not just guessing, and not just, I have no idea what the defense is doing, let's just try to go this way. Like, I couldn't shoot with confidence under that situation. So I at least had to have a structured approach to what I was doing, so I know I put my best effort behind it. And then as soon as you get all that in place, then you can start executing then you can just start worrying about executing with good shots. Because at least you put all the thought beforehand into it, then you can just worry about executing, not worrying about the decision you made during the time in which you're attempting to execute that shot or pass. So like all that pre-work allows you to be confident in what you're doing because you put forth the best effort. Then you just think, okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm shooting hole. So there's a nice big fat hole there on the pole side. And you just think of that and just execute it. And one thing that you always, I think everyone does it pretty good. A lot of people on tour, anyways, that I've seen, do execute with a lot of confidence, no matter what the situation. I've had, like I've just explained, problems with that in the past. If I didn't have a good read or I didn't have a good feel, I didn't execute very well. Just so if you have the ability just to be able to practice executing with confidence, like if you have some way that you're able to get yourself in a confident state of mind, a positive state of mind, and you have one way that you can bring that back and bring it back to yourself, then you can bring that to game time when you need it. So even if you're not really confident or not really sure about what you read or whatever, at least the bottom line is you got to just execute with confidence. You got to hit that hole nice and hard. And then if it goes in, great. You maybe got a lucky one. Maybe you made a good pass, and then you can thank yourself for that. that's often what I think of slop anyways. To say, for example, if you know, if I made a nice pass, I got the ball, and then I, you know, go over here and then I rattle something in off the guy's thing. It's like, well, at least I made a nice pass. You know, it's like that luck slop happens, but I made the pass that allowed that kind of thing to happen. So again, that's kind of like that positive attitude, to keep that positive attitude about what's happening, and not worrying about you know, how good did the shot look, did it go in clean, that kind of stuff. You know, foosball does have a certain aspect of style to it, you know, and then that is definitely one of the things that's very attractive about it, but it's not a fashion show. You know, if that ball goes in, rags in ugly, it counts just as much as that beautiful, perfect goal. So just, you know, keep a positive attitude. You know, slop goes both ways. To me, whenever slop goes in on me, it was either my inability to stop it, or to stop the pass, or my inability to read the defense properly, that allowed that slop to happen. Or at one point in time, I had that ball and I didn't execute my pass. I didn't give myself enough of a good read. If they got it and then got slop, well, that was my fault. You know, I'm not going to get down on slop or whatever. So again, keeping that positive frame of mind. What else could we say about executing? One thing, like, I think I touched on it a little bit, but not terrible too much. As much as you can, practice with that game mentality in mind. Don't practice relaxed. Practice just like you are going to play. So like, you want to be able to do those passes crisp. You don't want to be doing kind of like soft and gentle kind of thing, because who's going to do a pass like that in an actual game and expect it to work? You gotta really pass those balls hard. Get used to passing the balls hard. Get used to passing the balls maybe with firm hands, because when you get in a match, maybe your hand's a little bit firmer. It's kind of a tip I picked up from Todd Lafredo. I think I overheard him saying something to somebody. So, you know, pass it crisp, pass it really hard, just like you would within a game. Don't do anything soft, unless you really have a soft series that's really, you know, very smooth and whatever. If that's your game style, fine. But you really got to practice just like it's a game. You want to have that same intensity. If you ever have the ability to watch Tony Spreedman practice, he practices with the same amount of intensity as he does when he plays, and that's how he's able to play at that high level, because he practices like that. I personally couldn't practice with that much intensity. I would get I don't know, exhausted after 10 minutes of that. But anyways, so pretty much, yeah. Again, practice just like it is in a game. Hit your passes nice and crisp. You know, don't practice soft. Practicing shooting, I've always had trouble practicing just by myself, just kind of like big blank open net here and being able to rip shots. That was never really an attractive thing for me. But what you can do is actually have something else be the trigger that tells you when to shoot. Because when you're shooting, you need something to react to. You're reacting to the hole, you're reacting to some man moving off, you're reacting to something when you shoot. So you might as well practice with that reaction within your practice routines. Because like I said in one of my other videos, I kind of sometimes play with the radio on or play with the TV on, and I'll listen for them to say a number, and then I'll think, okay, I'm going to be one push, and I'm going to wait for that number, and I hear, 4. Then I know I'm reacting to something. If you have some other way to react to it, that's great too. There's some people out there with some little software programs that will actually scream out a hole. And if you can do that, that's fine. I'm always liking to have my hole decided before I even attempt to execute. I don't want to have to go, all of a sudden pull and then shoot. That just does not work for me. I got my mind made up, based on what I read or based on what I'm doing within my playbook. So yeah, so that's execution for now. I know there wasn't a lot there. It's only going to be a couple 10-minute videos today, but probably next up I'll be doing defense. I've had a lot of requests to talk about defense, and I think I got some stuff I can share. So hopefully in a few more days I'll have another video up, and thanks for watching, and hopefully the 5 Fundamentals series is useful and helpful, and just thanks for watching thus far. Bye.